Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Grigsby's War in the East. Once again back here with another turn. Now September 14th, or the end of turn 13. At least it's my turn now. On map forces, plus 100,000, 600 tanks and 512 guns. For my opponent, it's going down. Things are going down a lot. 53,000 down, okay. Wow. Let's see. We get Soviet partisans and we evacuate Moscow. My opponent has gotten too close. With German forces approaching the capital, Stalin orders the evacuation of the Communist Party, general staff, and various civil government officers from Moscow to Kuybyshev, leaving only a limited number of officials behind. The evacuation causes panic amongst Muscovites. Much of the civilian population tries to flee, mobbing the available trains and jamming the roads from the city. Despite all this, Stalin publicly remains in the Soviet capital, somewhat calming the fear and pandemonium. Alright, let's start here with 95 air, so that hasn't arrived yet, but ground is 106, 80 air here, east it's 98, so that kind of stuff is going. Okay, let's look down here. A shame they actually broke that open. How did these guys get there? I mean, I get that they kicked out that rifle division, and then here apparently they had enough movement for a heavy attack. And they were treated up there. That's so freaking weird. Alright, oh well. Then he did surround this, used his armor for that, which is no surprise. Indeed. There is rain down here all around now. Let's look at that weather. Weather, air. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, man, these weather predictions are really freaking ass weird. We're currently in this weather table here with the rain in humid, which supposedly all of this is. Okay, well, my opponent pushed me back here. Hold here. Push me back here and here. Really? I need to get rid of that. That armor is, yeah, okay, here. Got hit pretty hard. They did take down 17 tanks, which is fine. Then oof. And oof. Okay. What did we lose in terms of tanks? Still mostly these kinds, although we also lost 12 KVs. My opponent lost 15 tanks, 2 Panzer 1Bs. Wow. Also Panzer 4S, those are new tanks. Alright, so my opponent is pushing hard now, I guess. 55 lost, huh? On that side. My opponent is also still pushing here. And a diesel, okay. Fair enough. Cavalry is gone. No attacks, just movement. Wow. Just movement here, huh? I mean, I cannot imagine my opponent actually giving up on taking Leningrad. The weather here is indeed not good for me. Clear terrain. Whether here also good for my opponent this turn. It's supposed to start raining now. So that kind of sucks. Alright, well, taking a look at this, my opponent... Well, let's take a look at the losses. How can he lose 50,000 men? Yeah, he did not. So he must have moved forces off of the map. With 24,000 losses and 66 from me. Gun losses, AFV losses, manpower pool. His is also still going up by a lot, so... Total men, for my opponent going down, for me it's going up. Again, slightly. No victory points for my opponent. Kind of wonder why there's like 50,000 troops gone there like that. Not quite sure. I do have a chance to hit these and then isolate them. Potentially even route them. I can see that happening. In terms of air, how many... I'm quite sure there's not... Oh, this is not a loss. Okay. Air losses. Current turn. 130 fighter bombers. And we lost 228 on the ground. My opponent must have overrun potentially like an airbase that I did not see. Something like that, I think. No air forces included here. Surprised my air force actually didn't... Well, if my opponent doesn't send air units, then I wouldn't either. But then... where would I have lost those planes? That's weird. Well... I also don't think I have any air forces close by, so... like, this is the closest. Up there. How could I have lost so many? How could they have lost 130 fighter bombers? Well, currently, oh, I can just, I don't have any recon running, I believe. No, I just have ground support. I can keep going. So for now I can just go through the airface. Okay. There we go. Let's start down here in the south. First of all, let's get these guys into the city fort. Yes. I'm sure Sevastopol's an X now. Yes, it is. 31,000. Okay, I'm gonna get the next rifle division in here. Bit unfortunate you're still at 1, but that's okay. Some units are stronger than others, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch you up for you, because that immediately puts them at a 33. Get the cavalry in here, and okay, let's move you one back, you one up. You up here too. Okay. Well, apparently I need to move them here. And them in there. Under those conditions, I guess, yeah, it sucks. I'll have to move these guys back. But, because I also do still want to have this as a level 3, so it's actually reasonably defended. These are all in reserve, so that's okay. I'm sure they can withstand one attack. I might even... yeah, never mind that. So... you'll need to get out of Genechesk, and let's just put them on refit down there. Disband the depot. There we go, and I'm giving that up. So that's basically how I'm gonna organize those things here, the defense of the Crimea. Could have maybe attacked that, but I guess for now that doesn't matter. Okay. What I'm gonna do, and this is pretty risky as well, is actually I'm gonna attack this motorized division. Okay, that was unexpected. Let's pause here. Pretty decent result here. And I got a few planes. Always happy to take out my enemy's bombers, even if they are strategic. Okay. So, with that done, I don't actually want to retreat from this river yet. Going to 10 is good enough. Alright, this will be quite tricky, but let's pray. And we got it. We only got 8 tanks. That's fairly disappointing for a route. Wow, okay. That's wow. Boy. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, it'll be off the tables for a bit, but they lost just 7 air units, so. Okay. I have to say it's a bit of an underwhelming outcome, but like I said, at least the division is off the table for a bit. I could technically get it in here. That will make it move. Probably a good idea to do that. Oop. Oh yeah, it only gets displaced for 1 hex. Shame, really. Well, these guys are now not encircled, so they can stay there and grab some more supplies from trucks, technically. Probably not. Well... let's see. Yeah, they're already going down in strength. It probably only takes a turn there, but... it will delay my opponent, and I guess it will have to do. Now... at this point, what can I get back? One of the things, though, that I could do, because you're actually reasonably powerful, I could just get the 211th in there. That would make it a lot weaker. But... besides points, well, actually, it does give my opponent less points overall, so I do think it's probably a good idea to keep it as long as possible, either way. And I'm not gonna beat this motorized division anyway. Yeah. I just need to take a look at where I'm gonna now draw the line now. These are pretty weak. We'll see up to how far they can potentially hold their own. How far do I want to go? Let's actually see how far I can get these guys. Because ultimately, I need to man this river line. So, I need to... start with that too. And just keep them going. Those are cavalries, they're not going to be used to dig in. So for the moment... okay, I got you. But you... they're at 81. It's not that bad. But... I'll be putting both of these on here. How's the supplies? I only have one. Let's also build a depot at Gorlovka. Get you in there, put them on refit, yeah. Now, can I get some of you already across the river? I guess I can. And probably the best approach is to kind of do it like this. This is not great, obviously, but it's for this turn. Move you back by a lot. And get the southern front over to Rostov together with this. They probably... oh, they can actually move. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get them on the line then, to at least start digging in to a hopeful, level 1 fort, so then the units that are there can ultimately dig in there. Yeah, that's okay. The thing is that I actually feel like wow, okay. I did not expect that. I expected them to be weaker than that. I guess they weren't. Okay, well, that sucks. Oh, that's the wrong one. Well, I wasted a lot there. That really sucks. I really expected them to actually deal with that. Yeah, wow, okay. It also doesn't show where the hold is to see whether I got close or not. Kind of a shame I cannot see that in the details. Oh well. Were there many combats here? Not really. I'm holding mostly along the river. It will be 21st of September for my opponent. But they did break the river line there. Right, let's see. So treating 2 hexes will put me along this line on October. It's not that bad. Where is this 5th Army doing? Ah, crap. I certainly need those mechanized forces to hold that area too. So now that my opponent's armor is down, it's pretty clear he's just gonna use regular infantry along this line. Unless he's gonna go and sweep back up, in which case I kind of just... Basically at this point I want to move the armor down again. Let's get you out there. I'll probably use some rails here. Let's take you off. And you down. I will switch up the armies later. Let's get you in here. All right, let's 2 hexes. 2 hexes. Now that I think about it. Let's try to give him a taste of his own medicine wherever I can. Two hexes. I'll retake this, making it harder for my opponent to move. If it reserve. Reserve. D. It will take some time for my opponent to get here, and I am already getting reinforcements, so that is pretty reasonable in a sense. Now that this is what's going on, I can also get some more of that cavalry. Go and try to defend that line over here and Izium. Which I don't think I need that cavalry there anymore for the moment. Rather have them work on on making sure the Bampo doesn't get across the donuts here. Ideally, I'll just hold them off here for the winter and then maybe get an enclave at Kharkov or Belgorod or something. Not really sure yet. I can actually retake that hex. Shame you cannot get into Kharkov. Ooh, sweet. Okay, I have to be a bit more careful because I kinda also need to redraw these defensive lines. Because of this stuff. Yeah, great. Okay, there we go. Oof. I don't know why they would have to be double. I am kind of cutting it here, but Ooh. That's what I meant with I'm kind of cutting it here. Oh, it's a mixed light tank battalion. Man, these losses are not great. But okay. That's a full division. One, two, three, four, five. And basically, with my opponent's armor here going down, I'm also not that interested in necessarily giving up my positions around here. I know this place, I'm gonna retreat a little bit. So there will be a slight pullback. If they have 2 units there, that might be a problem. However, let's have all 3 of those on refit. How are these doing? A bit better. That's also good because I'm getting you back, you back, you back. Kinda like that. Now, what I'll do, and I can just use regular movement, don't even need to use the rail. I'll put these guys up there on refit. Did you guys even get anything? No, just nothing. Nothing at all. So these are very weak, like these. I'll take them out. Did have 2 units coming in. And the first of which is gonna replace the 91st rifle. $13, $10, $9, $10, $9, $9. But those are relatively powerful. The other one that's going to be replaced is the 10th Rifle Division. Okay, now I can, well, kind of have to put you just there. You can get you on refit then. And let's have these two on refit here. And put both of them under the central front. So that 28th Army can do this and this. Taking care of those. These guys are digging in nicely. My opponent is not interested in attacking there. My opponent is giving me a lot of time here, and I am actually gonna push him back on this hex, or try to. And I am, however, not going to attack with these. Do they really only have 14? I must have better... well, the... The question is, what is it gonna get me? So... let's get rid of those. Because the thing is that ultimately I'm probably better off just trying to get my defenses up. So I should definitely once again look at which units are potentially the weakest and which are the most powerful. Now this is a 5 and I have a bunch of 3s here. And that means I'll get you back 1 hex. Yeah, at the bare minimum, that's a 4 now. And there's another 5 and another 4 here. The movement is strange, though. So let's start... by moving you two around and you two. Now the defense is 28 on that hex. Now you have a 1. I'll exchange it for the 4. And there's another 4, so I'll exchange the 2 for this 4. Okay, next 332 and 224. What do I have? I have at least a 3 here and a 4, even though they're only 6,000 men, unfortunately. None of these other ones are so particularly interesting that I really want to get them, but my opponent is not super likely to go and try to attack these, but let's just get started here though, because I certainly do at least crap. That didn't turn out too well. You're also at 3.04, so they're not that that much better. The one thing I'm gonna do though is move this 5. God damn it! Really? It went all the way back down to 3. Shuffling these guys around too much is certainly not ideal. Just barely at a 2 now. Well, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to deal with. Let's get you in there for the next turn. You out, and then both of these divisions will try and dig in this. Get it to a 3. It's a 9 now. This really needs to be at fort level 3. I need at least fortification here, so I can get that to level 3. Not a depot. Yes. And I'll get you in there. You there. You again at Maga. And let's keep the both of you on a refit now. I'll have the 108th. I'll have both of these go out. 108th will start digging here. Right, I will try not to move units around too much anymore. I actually want to get the Moscow Rifle Division out for the moment. let's get you on refit in here. And you're just not doing anything different there. Now at this point there's no reason for me not to try and do something like a defense in depth here. Okay, let's also start by moving you here. And just do it like that. No. This will just turn into a regular rifle division. All right. I'm still gonna need units that will take up the front line here, so I might just keep a slight reserve also with units like this. And I will actually put you and you on reserve. And reserve here. Put you on the 37th. that. So this unit should also be put in the 37th. I don't know what my opponent has there, but well, that too is tricky enough, I guess. If my opponent is splitting off units, he's not that likely to attack, although he did attack over here. With 3 parts and a full infantry in that too. Alright, the biggest issue here, of course, now is Moscow. Let's first take a look though at the Far East. So currently I have 106, which means I can go and send some stuff now. $104. $102. 3.88. And let's send the 385th Rifle. Transcaucasus 107. And actually only have 4 extra. Okay. The mountain divisions are also all frozen. And alright. Sure. Ooh. Puts at 100. Okay. And then in the north I have 106. Actually I have 4 too many. Let's transfer these to the map and then leave it at that because we're still at high combat. And the funny thing is that I actually think the Finns are quite late with taking these territories, supposedly. Find it very interesting. I mean, you're not gonna get any manpower there, but doesn't matter. Let's also take a look at the reserves. So let's start up here. Why would you do that? That's really stupid. If they're gonna change all those T-34s to T-26s, they're not, or T-28s, they're not being built T-28s. So it's a bit weird like that. And I'm still not having any T-60s. Are they actually being produced right now? Because still not. Only chassis still. So, I don't know. Either way, I'm putting the tank divisions in reserve or on refit. And the brigades, etc., they won't. So I'm not putting any of those things on reserve. This mechanized can clearly go back. It took a bunch of these BT-7s. Back to the map with you. Rifle divisions over 40, also good to the map. The same now applies for all these cavalry. I'm going to send all of them. Now, you to the map. All these artilleries that are on refit, they all got their stuff. That's nice. Also, quite a few other ones. Any artillery that's over 60, I'm sending it back. Sometimes this is not going very smoothly. Oh, I should really click them. Few of them are at 50, which is also nice, I guess. Means they're pretty close to being sent. I have to look quite carefully. Certainly not being sent. Alright, let's put another 5 on refit. Three of them I put on refit. These two remained empty. 3, 4, 5. Right, well, at least it's working. And I'm finally getting some of them fixed up. I'll put another 5 in refit. Let's send another 10. Okay. How many should they have? 36 out of 25. Okay, so I do have all of those on refit, which is good. Yeah, that. Doesn't change anything, but I can actually send these over to Northern Front. Some motorized rifle division. It's pretty weird. If they have no upgrade path, which it kind of looks like. Because for these it does, so. Northern Front it is. Next up, air. For Far East, let's send another 3 or 2 at least. Maybe it actually doesn't. Night fighter. Oh. Let's send those 2 and then over to Transcaucasus. They're at 80, even with those extras. Let's also send some night fighters over to the Transcaucasus. And I also sent some MiGs there. Another 40 planes. And then in the Northern Front, also gonna send some night fighters. I already have some. Let's send some more MiGs then. Also 2 groups. Okay. Now the rest. Basically at this point I have some 37th Army. Tanks are in reserve. I'm gonna get you in Maga because if you can pick up some units, that would be great. And then yeah, that means that everything here is taken care of. You could move to Tourjok, which is probably a better place. Okay. First of all, you made it in there. That's great. Some of these are now powerful enough to get out. Some of them here too. Oh, okay. Guess these must have been on Mozhaisk. Well, let's start down here. Can probably beat that Panzer division if I use some powerful units. I also really want to wreck my opponent's armor. So I'll try again. Ah, fuck. Where did those tanks come from? I saw that 103, I was like, ah, crap. That's not a 4. Where did the tanks come from? I didn't use any. Oh, it's from the mechanized. Yeah, okay. I got 9 tanks, mostly Panzer IIs. Alright, so that 4 was a joke. Guess I should have done my research. I really... If there's one thing that I really hate about this game, it's the fact that they get the different colors, and I don't know how to turn that off. They're really bugging me, because I cannot see which unit I have selected. Right. I actually don't think I want to move back a hex. I actually think I just want to let my opponent go and fight for it there. Like here again, this is so freaking annoying. It doesn't matter here. How am I supposed to guess which ones are selected? I guess maybe I can see it there, but then I still kind of need to guess. It's still a 54, but probably only because of this, yeah. Okay, wait. Alright. Let's start with this. And this. Next, I will also start fortifying the river line with some units in the back, but let's see which units are unavailable. I'll put them in Podolsk. They can continue refitting over there. Let's move you to Nagofominsk. Take you off the train. Basically, the goal is now to wear my opponent out. He's gonna keep attacking, and I'm gonna keep delaying him here. I will give up Ruza though. And these two guys need to get out too. Start with getting these two units in here. How far can... that rather sucked, but the new units. Should be. I'm gonna give up those light woods as well. Get a third unit. Any other infantry in here? No. Well, what do I have? I have you. Let's work with that. God damn it. Come on. Then let's get you here. You here. Let's see. No, I need to actually first switch generals like him. Need at least here a 7 infantry. Let's just do it. A 7-5 would be okay. Malinovsky. Now I have 2 APs left for depots. Let's put one here. And actually I already put it at 3, you at 4. Let's get all the cavalry here on refit. Okay. Next, am putting these to try and hold this. I don't see my opponent attacking this, but he might try to move into this middle section here. I again need to keep him away from the double rail, ideally. So definitely looking to block that. Let's also see here, because these guys have 13,000, and that means it's probably better to switch them up a little bit. Okay, first let's get the cavalry over in there. Next, what I want to do is get infantry in there. And I'll actually make a triple stack out of this. With tanks in reserve all over the place. I'll get these two unready units to offload. Kalina's now at 10. You on reserve. Next. It's a second cavalry. And I want to have at least lines of 3 like that. Let's put you on a refit in there. You on a refit in there. You on a refit, just like you. Okay. Next up, move you in here on the reserve. Triple line, even though it's cavalry. Some of them could go to Tula. So I guess that's for the better, since I also need these two to be able to refit like that. Next up, the 108th Tank Division on reserve. You need to go to Clint for refitting. You as well. Refitting. You there, and that's, yeah, basically how it's gonna be for now, except that wherever I can have a third line, I will also do that. So let's actually just put these guys here in case my opponent breaks through. But I think this is probably reasonable for now. Then I only need to switch them up in terms of army. I currently don't have a unit in Brianne's, but I don't think I need it. Let's get you over in here too, and go and occupy these heavy woods. The thing is that my opponent is never going to break through the heavy woods, so well, I don't want to say never, but it must be pretty problematic. And he also hasn't captured Kursk and or Orel. If I can prevent him from taking Leningrad, yeah, then I should be somewhat okay. Right, I'm gonna get another unit. Nice. Almost completely missed that. Like this tank division. Yeah, those 208 KVs will help me a lot in defending Moscow in the upcoming turns. My opponent is building a lot of airfields around here, which is not surprising. He's not putting on the air stuff yet. Oh, this looks more normalized, I suppose. My opponent has already lost 400 Junkers 88s, huh? Phew. In terms of ground losses, I guess many of these also go back into the pool. I don't remember how many they get each turn, but that's quite a bit. It would be very interesting to see or to know. Well, if we're looking at total AFVs, my opponent's total amount of AFVs is going down, just like mine, but that's good. Preferably, yeah, I would like him to not be able to keep up, but currently he can. This is getting close. But we're not there yet. The best thing is if I can keep him away from Kursk and Orel, then any 42 campaign must surely be for Moscow if he doesn't take it. Or my opponent will try to capture Kursk and Orel and Voronezh and kind of just leave it at that. And because then he will not have the ability to go all the way in here, most likely. Or he will try to capture the Don and stuff, but then I do not see him also having the ability to move into places like the Caucasus for that. At that point. Whoops. Actually, let's already get you here. Alright, I'm gonna take a bit of a break, and then I'll be back in a bit with the rest. I don't have to do that much anymore, but I really need a break. I'll be right back. Alright, let's finish this bad boy up here. Once again, I'll quickly go over everything just to make sure we're okay. I can actually put everything from 9th Army. I can put it here so that will work with the headquarters and stuff. Yeah, so I have 2 armies here, and then once they break through, 1 army is going to Sevastopol. Can I technically, could I naval transport? Let's say this guy. The answer is yes. Okay, good, good. I might have to escape there, but we'll see. I could technically defend along the river there too, but let's also take this moment to see if I need to really. You need to be so far away that it's gonna be like that. But okay, that's fine. Just basically looking at the unready support units here for each of these, so that I can send those away for refitting. Oh. Gotta do that once every now and then too. Reserves. Next up, let's start looking at 12th Army. I want 12th to have the least, and 26th to have more, I guess. And everything here is either under 12th or 26th. Front unit on 26th. Back units on 12th. Let's put you on there 26th, and then you as well. And then I'll have this guy probably go under 6th Army. Or 40th is here, or where is 6th? It's here. Alright. Now you're no longer overburdened. Let's put you in here. Do I have supplies there? No. Okay, well that's fine. At least they're far away from the front. They can stay like that, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. They're basically is my fallback line, so. Alright. But they still have 1 unit here? Ah, crap. 26 to this. My opponent might actually, I mean, he might only realistically be able to use those 2 motorized units. That's not going to give him an encirclement. I don't think. One, two, three, four, five. Technically, I can get 12th Army here and then get some units here under the 12th. 14, so you can take 3 more. There we go. And the rest will also go under the southern front, so both these and these. Okay. That's looking good. Now I got 18th Army that will take command of this side. You cannot go off of the train. 18th Army also has a bad general, but I will switch it up ultimately. Let's go. It has 0 out of 21 now, so I can basically put everything under that. There. 18th. 18th. Yeah. 16, 18, 20. That means there's still a few units here left over. I put those under the reserve front for the moment, since I don't have an army for them yet. Oh, you're already on the reserve front. Where is the reserve front? Whoops. And reserve front, there we are. You're gonna end up under the southwestern. I don't have anything coming in there, but I don't need to. Why is this an importing port? Well, it can't really export, I suppose. Fair enough. Okay. Then I will also start moving the reserve front into Voroshilovgrad. Let's go. I have both 5th Army and 6th Army here, and then this guy is of course the better one, but he has all the armor. I think I'm gonna need to get you under 5th Army. And they're overburdened now. Slight amount. That's okay. Now my depots there. I have one here at Krasnograd. I'll disband that depot. Let's spread them out a bit. Because this is the spear point, my opponent is more likely to go after that. How overburdened are you? Not that much. But southwestern front is even less. So let's try and make a bit more sense out of it. You there. And I'll actually send those to the reserves. You're in 10th Army. What I'm gonna do here is get all of these guys behind the river onto the 40th. And the units, some units here under the 10th or 3rd or whatever. And this is the reserve front after all. And the 40th Army is not that great either way. Well, it's 3-5, it's not that bad, but... Okay. I believe at least Kuznetsov has a 4 in mech, which means it's better than 10th Army's 3. Yeah, so if I can put mechanized units on him, I will. 3rd Army. Hmm. 10th Army. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? That's too far. Wow. Alright. That's fine. Let's also put you under the 10th Army. That way at least there's a clear boundary here. 5th, I believe. Yeah, that's the good guy. Okay, fair enough. Let's leave it like that then. Southwestern front. 60 is really small. Let's put 40th under Southwestern. And that releases a little bit from the reserve front, which is now no longer overburdened. Alright. Pretty good. Okay. There is something to be said for at least keeping a unit in Sumi, but again, I don't think my opponent has any motorized units here, so I'm not gonna bother. Southwestern front is completely full. Brienne's front is also already overburdened, so I'm not necessarily interested in taking more from them. Yeah, let's have you refit on Zukunishki. They might not take it, or my opponent might not get super close immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move in here. Okay, 24th Army is fine. 20th Army. Probably better off just taking this on the 20th here and then putting it mechanized onto something else. The 11th Army is Tolbukin, who is almost equally good. Well, he's actually also really good, so... you here, and then I'll put you under the 11th Army. And then 11th Army will... I'll just put you back for a sec. These guys need to be put under the Western Front. Which saves up some space. '20th Army. Okay, so now... I see. Let's switch these up then. 20th. I'll fix this up next turn. I'll put as many armored units also under the 11th, really. What do we have here? 33rd, which is Malinowski, which is mostly infantry. All of these, again, let's take a look. Moscow MD is heavily overburdened. Oh, Central? Where is Central Front? Yoo-hoo. Central Front? Oh, there it is. Southwestern. Yeah. With the stuff going on around Leningrad, I can't have these be too overburdened for the moment. There is something to be said for putting the Luga operational army under Stavka. Because they are most likely not getting attacked. Then I'll put you under the Northwestern. And yes, then the Northwestern Front is still overburdened. But it means now that Central Front, which is hilarious, that Central Front is here, but that's fine. Okay. Central Front can now take a little bit more. So all or a lot of those individual units that are under Moscow MD, I'll put them under Central Front. 2. Three. 4, 5. Yeah. So with that done, you're going to Central 32nd Army is here. Can now take you as well. Okay. Moscow MD is no longer so overburdened. And yeah, Western Front is still quite overburdened. But let's see. Because if I switch some of these guys up, I can't really. Okay, well. It's not all that bad of a mess. Except you. Oh my god, wow. Well, you're going next turn. Fuck me. A 3. Well, let's see what I can do here. Anything here that's not on the front line will go on to the Moscow military district. How much do I have here? 49th. Any front unit which is under the Neva operational army. I would prefer to have it on the 49th, but Moscow. You should be on Western. That will give 33rd a bit of space. 33rd. Oh, another 2 units that can be put under the central front. Okay. you, and you. They have no more units in the back. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're going out there. Okay. I guess now the Neva operational army should take the units in the back. Technically, an army is better than no army, even if it's the Neva operational army. But on the front, I'd rather have something else. Oh, crap. Okay, my opponent, yeah, might or might not attack. We'll see. Okay, I got some units coming in. On the units on the refit. I'll put you here. I'll give you to the 11th, that's fine. Yes. Okay. One last thing that I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do that off screen, is I'm gonna go through all the armies and send out all the unready artillery, etc., etc. Not the unready engineer sappers, but all the other stuff that needs to go back to refit. I will send it there. That will do off screen, and then I'll be back. Alright, back, and I've done my business. I've sent all the stuff away that couldn't be used, and then also distributed some artillery, etc., where it could be found. My HQ is now down over here. Maximum 999. I have to be careful not to get over that. Right, well, I do have these. I might want to make a big depot. I'm not even sure if this NKPS can do that. Sure, let's put it back up here. Let's see if we can get some additional supply in there. All the other stuff is fully taken with the refitting unit. Alright, there we go. Not really giving up anything else at the moment. What if I attack with only these two? That's 19. I might not even make that. I feel so bad for not attacking, but I think the benefits are so marginal. Yeah, I can't do it, but I feel so bad about not attacking there. It's just a bunch of poop. Just a bunch of poop. Alright. I'll ship it back to my opponent. Let's give up on this though. Oop. I'll keep this one for now. But that one will go to, there are no things in here. No. Alright, September 21st. There we go. Yes. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.